I'm going to show you my stock market portfolio. Currently I have around $148,000. I made this money in approximately 2 years and 2 months. I started investing in May 2023. I want to show you how I made this money and how much money I put in the market. If you look at the portfolio performance, my net contributions, which is $81,000, and the rest $70,000 I made on the market. It took me around 1 year, I would say. Before showing me the whole my brokerage account, I want to introduce myself. So I came from Kazakhstan around 2 years ago. If you see here, I got this green card in 2022. At the beginning, I couldn't properly understand and speak English, and also I didn't have any job, I didn't have any place to stay, I didn't have any relatives or friends which were living here. So I found a group on Telegram, and I found a people who lives here, and it was like one moving company, one guy. I talked to him, and then I asked him to live in his office and work as a mover at the beginning until I make my first money to rent a room. Then I made my first $700. I started renting a room. I worked 3 different jobs because I was scared to stay outside. I was scared to be homeless. I just worked prep cook, hotel. I worked night shift at a hotel. In the daytime, I worked as a prep cook. I worked at a Chick-fil-A, and I was barely making $2,000. First year, if you look at my return, so I made net $13,000 for like 7 months of work. Also, after that, I signed a contract. Then I went to the basic training. I was serving in the National Guard for about 2 years already. So that's the basic training that we had. So I was there for 6 months, basic training plus AAT training, and I was making around $2,000 a month net. I didn't have any expenses, and all of the money that I had, I was just saving. I didn't spend a dime, a penny for anything. All of the money that I made, all of them, I just put them in a saving account. Then I worked as an Uber driver. I just want to show you how much I made per week. So I was working 80 hours a week. Sometimes I could make 900, sometimes 2,000, 1,000. So I live in DMV area, which is close to like Washington DC, which I worked 80 hours. This was the best week. I made $2,240. I just want to show you guys that I'm the person who couldn't speak properly. I still can't speak properly English, and just working hard like 80, 90, 100 hours a week, you can still make capital. So I'm living in the room with my friends. I found like 5 more people from my country, and all of us live in 1-bedroom apartment. 1-bedroom apartment costs $2,500, and that's how I was able to save some money, because I tried to cook at home. I didn't go to any entertainments, just purely was working every day. All of my expenses were just basic expenses. I live I'm still living like a poor guy, but I'm still poor, but yeah, I know. And that's how I was able to save $81,000. And I want to show you how I multiplied this money. In 2023, I was buying Tesla stock because I just like Tesla because of the volatility and the price at that moment. I was buying the Tesla stock. It was 2023, April, October, September, all the way until October 2024. For the last year, I was buying at 240, and I was buying at 190, 160. My average price was $180, $183 per share, and I sold them around here in July 2024. I bought them again September 2035, which is stupid, right? So I sold them at 245, and I bought them again at 235, just a little of income, and then I sold them again at 260, and I didn't buy them. I didn't have this exposure income that Tesla had for the last months. In that period of time, I had around 190 something. So if you see here, this is the time when I was investing in Tesla stock. If you look at the investment change, the money I put in, the value, and my investment was just, I was down, down. Then I was down $1,000 November 2023, and I was down. I was up a little bit, $300, $500. It's because my average was lower and lower, but the price went a little up. On January 24, I was down $2,000, $2,000, $3,000, $1,000. Then there was the crucial moment where I was really disappointed because I was investing, the whole market is growing, but your money is not growing. My money is just going down, minus $7,000. I was so disappointed, but I was still buying. Yeah, I tried to control my emotions. So it was $7,000. It's 3 4 like every month, like from starting from beginning of the year till April, I was minus $13,000, and then I was up. I didn't buy options. It's purely stocks, nothing else. I didn't do any trading. I was just buying and making average price. A little up and then down, $5,000. Almost 6 months, I'm down, and then I finally start getting up. Look, it was like immediately, just like a rocket. 258, then 1,000. Then June 26, 5,000. June 27, 5,000. July 1st, 10,000. And July 3rd is 24,000. You see how quickly your money can change. The amount of the money that you have can change immediately, like in a week or months. 24K, 25K. Then I went back in Kazakhstan. It was July. I just put my money in my bank account. I took all of the money from the market, put it in my bank account, and that's why it shows so I made $23,000 at that time from Tesla. It was in July, and then it shows like 11 or 0 or something because I put them in the savings account. So yeah, because it went up and then I sold it. It was July 2024. If you can take a look, it was like quick up July to 24, and I put the money in my bank account. I could buy here. I even bought some shares in here, but I sold them. I had like $3 up. I bought for 191, and I sold them for 193. I'm stupid. I should have held it here, but I didn't, and I bought them here at 235 because I was looking, it's growing, and I was scared to lose the opportunity that's gonna go to 300. But I still sold it here to 60. I made some money, but yeah, I should have hold it here till 340, 20. But I'm okay, so I'm not regretting because I made an even better decision. Then if you see, I had like $93,000, and this is the amount of money that I put. $93,000 I put in Nvidia. It was September 7th. Let me show you what was the price. It was like around $100, $110 at that moment. I put in Nvidia. It shows September 8th. Go back to September 6, 8. If you can take a look, it was 106. I bought at that moment, and I sold it here at 119 instead of holding it a little bit more, so I could make way more money. Could make 50% more, which is like $15,000 more, and I sold it. So if you can take a look, I already have $30,000 in profit. Then it was Tesla that I bought. I bought Tesla for 235, and then it went down to 213. I was holding, and it went up, so I made $40,000. I had $111,000. So it's October 26th, but currently it's November 24th, like a month ago. A month ago, I had a $95,000. And then if you look at the growth from October to November, like a month, from one month I was up 20,000, and I'm up 66, so I made $40,000 for the last month. So I put all of my money in Square stock. I'll start buying Square stock at the $92 per share. And I recently started buying options. It's really risky. When I saw how my portfolio goes down to 8%, I was scared. Honestly, I would not recommend doing that, especially at the beginning. I'd say the first 2-3 years on the market, you should just buy stocks. But I learned this is my portfolio. So I currently have Square stocks. I bought 1,000. It was more. I had like also 450 shares, but I sold some. It shows that I gained 20k, but I actually gained more because when I grew up, I sold some and then I bought them again on the lower price. I did some trading, buying share a little, trying to buy a little lower price. So the portfolio performance shows how much money in the percentage I made for the last 2 years, from September to November 2024. Well, 1 year, sorry. It says 76% return. So from being up 3% and then being down 24%, and then I'm up 76%. Of course, I didn't close my position in Square stock, and I don't want to close. I don't want to do trading, all kind of stuff. I just want to hold the Square stock. I believe it's gonna grow even more. I believe the fintech hype just started. This is like a cycle of the fintech stocks. If you can look at the other fintech stocks like Robinhood, it went up as well. Shopify, other middle cap like $57 billion. So it's 92 currently. I believe it's gonna go next year to at least 140 or even more. We might expect $200 a share, 2025 or 2026. This is my history of buying shares. You can look closely. I was selling. I sold Tesla stock at 257, 395 shares, and I was buying at that money that I had at $101,000. Buying Square. I bought some Google, but I sold it then later. Then I was buying Square 100 shares, 300, 200 shares, and price was $73, $73. Then if you can take a look, I sold 300 shares of Square for 77 when it went up, and then it was before the quarter report, and then it went down to 69, and I bought 300 shares again for 69. I made some money here, like $3,000. That was really good trade. So currently I'm just expecting Square stock to grow. That's why I'm not doing anything except I just learned how to buy LEAPs, call options, which does not expire for at least 6 months, that I'm buying currently. I'm expecting this to grow. I'm not touching on my shares anymore, just doing some options. This video just want to show you like that if you're broke and if you can speak English, if you had the documents, you basically have more opportunities than me, because I was making $11 an hour. That's the job that paid me $11 an hour. The cashier at the roast store and prep cook, I was making $13 an hour. If you're able to make $30, $35 more than me, so it means if you will work harder than you usually work, if you will work 80 hours a week, you can quickly make your first capital, and this capital will work for you. That's how it happened to me. And I was making barely $2,000, and I tried to not spend my money. All my expenses was just food and rent. I didn't have a car for the last 2 years. I just bought the car like 7 months ago, and I started doing Uber, making more money than working at the roast store, making $11. Just as an example, and then I got a better job. So I work at the Social Security department as an IT engineer. I had a bachelor's, so I went through the whole process. I'm making around $4,000 after taxes. $4,000 with all benefits, $4,000 after taxes. I'm doing 2 days of National Guard drills, is like $300, and then the rest of the time I'm working sometimes as a security and doing Uber. Yeah, my expenses went a little up, but I started making more money, and I will make even more money in the future, and I believe my portfolio will grow. So I hope this video helped you guys to get some motivation that if you are, like I said, a native speaker, you can make, in 2 years you can make even more money than I made. And then the more capital you have, is going to be easier to multiply. So currently having $150,000, even if it's going to grow, let's say 30%, 25% a year, and then me adding up some extra money each year, like 40,000 a year, my capital will grow much faster and I'll get to my first million way faster than with zero, right? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a good day.